back to XCOM 2 War of the Chosen for Total Noobs. And we're gonna head on in. We lost the last mission, and it really wasn't anything that could have been avoided. It was basically chasing a sectoid around the map until we found him, and unable to rescue the number of civilians we needed in time. But that's all right, because we are XCOM. We get up, we brush ourselves off, and we head back in. We're back here in the strategy layer.
Commander, you should establish contact with the local resistance network as soon.
Oops, sorry about that.
Undoubtedly moving forward with their plans.
So, I realized, and I realized why we can't contact this, The
factions could use a place to coordinate their operations, Commander. This ring Shen designed sounds like a great candidate for our next construction effort.
Hello, Commander. Work is well underway, but it will be some time yet before my research is complete. Commander, if we intend on discovering the purpose of the chip we extracted from you, we'll need to conduct the appropriate research as soon as possible.
So, after they're done talking, we talk so much in this game. Anyway, over here, resistance communications, and the star is sort of letting us know that this is important, and it's a story-based task. And I'd showed you that in the first, last week. So anything with a star on it means it's going to advance the story. So resistance communications are what we're going to research next in order to be able to contact the next region.
From my own experience,
Oops. Didn't really mean to skip him, but there it is. We're going to go ahead and grab these supplies. We really need them. We're down to 9 supplies. This is the supply drop, the monthly supply drop.
Avenger plotting new course.
It takes 3 days to get the supply drop. So if you're wondering why you can't contact a region, there you go. And I actually knew that and just was completely blanking out on it.
We have made a number of new discoveries, Commander.
We had to wait a long time for those mag weapons, but they are very important. We're going to look at a cutscene now to show us the power of mag weapons.
These magnetic-based weapons are a lot like the early railgun prototypes. They fire projectiles at extremely high velocity.
Bye-bye, sectoid. Shen does not play around. So we now have magnetic weapons. And let's see, that gives us the magnetic rifle, the shard gun for, I believe that's for our spark, the pistol, I could be wrong on that, and the Gauss weapons, which is for our sharpshooters. So we're gonna basically upgrade everybody. Mag pistol for our sharpshooters. Shard gun, oh, I'm wrong. The shard gun is for our rangers. It's a shotgun, upgrade shotgun, upgraded shotgun. The magnetic rifle is for specialists, rookies.
Commander, during the course of our research, we made a startling breakthrough that has led us to another potential avenue of study. However, if we are to proceed down this path, we must do so immediately, or I fear we will lose our opportunity to return to it in the future.
So this is a new aspect coming with War of the Chosen. It's technology breakthroughs. It basically gives you a random chance to do an upgrade that either wouldn't be available right now or isn't really available at all, except through these breakthroughs. So when it says improved rifles, for example, the vector rifles are carried by our Reapers, and it will add +1 to their damage. This is great. This is great. Clicking accept does not mean that you absolutely are doing it right now. It just means I understand. And the trick is, because if you don't do this breakthrough, as Tygan was saying, it will basically disappear. So it's just a matter of, you know, do I want to take an extra 5 days and not do resistance communications? What would be the penalties of that? In this case, there really wouldn't be, as far as I know, any penalties, with the exception that we just wouldn't be able to contact a region quicker. So let's go ahead and do this just because +1 damage, especially with the Reapers, whose damage output is not very high anyway. Anything that you can do to increase your damage output is a good thing and worth the little side track off your research track, if you understand what I mean. It's just 5 days.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
As the game goes on, those choices become more difficult. There's something you really need to do right now. Do you really have the time to take for this? Do you, you know, that kind of thing. Let's continue on searching for supplies, gathering our supply drop. Excellent. Our supply drop is complete. I almost always choose ignore because it saves time. If they fly back to the Reaper headquarters and then they fly off to another place, it's better to just choose ignore, and the Avenger will stay right here until we decide where we want it to next fly. Over here, we can increase region income. I'm going to choose this because it's really the only thing that we need, only thing we really need right now. We can't do anything else, really. And we don't need any more rookies. We have so many. I almost never need rookies. And we don't really need any intel. The Reaper headquarters, where we are currently headquartered, would allow us to just sit here and pass time and every few days gain a little bit of intel. If you're really low on intel and you really need it, it's something that can be useful. Right now, we're going to increase region income.
Avenger plotting new course.
How's everybody doing in chat? Everybody comfortable and happy? Let's go ahead and pass time.
I suppose since that worked, we might as well keep it up, Commander.
Nova and Mala have returned. Malchik's character Mala and Nova, whom no one has yet claimed, by the way. Nova is available. And Nova's going to be a rock star, so I mean, you know, one of you guys might want to grab him. In any case, we have unlocked a mission to rescue Mox.
Our friends in the Resistance have helped to pinpoint the location of our missing soldier.
We have found where Squatty Praetel Mox is being held by Jax Il Baldur. We should attempt to rescue as soon as possible to return this loyal soldier to the Avenger. Oh, you guys were asking me about this, about the Spark and the gender of the Spark, since we're doing an all-female run. He is male, but if one of you happened to find a voice pack for the Sparks that was female, I would grab it and it was good and clean, family friendly, then I would put it in and our Spark could become a female too. For now, the game only provides male voices as far as I know. Let's see. So yes, so we're going to view the mission. Definitely not going to ignore it.
We have solid intel on the location of our soldier that was taken prisoner by the Chosen. This is our chance to mount a rescue. Commander, if we're going to win this war, we need to take every chance we get to fight back. We'll have to be ready to engage the enemy during unpredictable situations, which require special planning and preparation.
We have a situation report, otherwise known in the game as a sit rep. It means something special that could happen on the mission. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative. These missions have unique modifiers and special conditions which will change our tactical engagement. We need to review these sit reps carefully before selecting our squad. Okay, so all of these soldiers will gain a single charge of the conceal ability. That's good. We're going to launch the mission and rescue Mox, and this mission is stealthy. So it's more interesting in that way if you like stealth missions. So let's launch it.
Setting course for the Mexican Regional Tract.
Let's get Moxie, baby.
Commander, It looks like conditions on the ground are ripe for a quiet operation. If we can get our people into place, they should each have concealed positions to work with.
So it is really sad that we don't have our Elena. She's wounded, and that's tough. Oh, Mala has a... Oh, I remember how I told you, Malchik, that taking you out on that mission would give you a upgrade, a promotion automatically from rookie status? That's great. So, let's level you up. Now, your look is kind of odd, so I'm thinking we might want to... I mean, I love it, but I think it's a little odd even for me. So I think what we'll do is we're going to go out here to the armory, and we're going to do your level up there. Because her look is great, but, you know, I don't know. What do you think, What do you think, Malchik? I think it might be a bit much for me. You know what I'd like to do?
Most of our new recruits have never worked in close quarters like the Avenger. Before the war, we might have had time for training, but now they're gonna have to pick things up on the fly.
So, I like... Malchik was like, I didn't want to say nothing, but yeah. So this is a really nice haircut. A hairstyle, I mean. And it comes with a mod. They're all on the mod list. And it gives me her... And I really like this one. Now, the question to you is, do you want it with or without the goggles? Hopefully you like it. The goggles are really cool and interesting. That's one thing that's really missing, is because most of the people who play XCOM, which is one of the reasons why we're doing a girl run, are men, and there's not the female touch to the mods, if you understand what I mean. The hairs to choose from, not great. Some guys have great taste, but most of them aren't modding XCOM, the ones that do. Let's just put it that way. So, with goggles. Okay, so the goggles are in. And her name is Mechanica. I'm going to randomize her just a little bit. Nope. What I'm looking for is just a kind of slightly more interesting look. Preferably with a whole arm. This one looks okay, except I'm going to put her goggles back. Let's keep going. Just trying to find something that looks really... Oh, I know what. I downloaded, like I told you, I downloaded a mod today, and I think it might give me... It was all the way down here. I don't see it. That's the one that Joe has on. I'm gonna go for this, and then I'm just gonna spend a minute or two with this. Let's get none. There we go. And then get those thighs off of there. There we go. And that torso gear, let's go for... Do you need any torso gear? Those double tubes look pretty cool. We'll go for that. Oh, that's a neat look. We'll get that helmet off you, though. Let's see. Head. That helmet's a bit much. There we go. Let's get the goggles back. That's cool. Now, let's see if we can color this. I don't know if it'll allow me. Oh, it does. Good. I'm wondering if we can go for something kind of... I don't want bright colors because I feel like that makes us easier to shoot at. Do you understand? I'm trying to go for something that has like... Was that blue I saw in her goggles? I think so. Not really seeing a good quality blue. That's not really changing much, but it looks all right. It's a different look. What do you think, Malchik? It's interesting. She looks ready for battle. Oh, and Malchik, so you can have a choice between a ranger, a sharpshooter, or a specialist. And you can change the color if you want. Okay, cool. Specialist, it is. And last question is, would you like to name your gremlin, Malchik? Oh yeah, yep, I did say that. I did say I was going to make you a specialist. Yep. So we are waiting for Malchik to name his gremlin. Sherbert. Okay, Sherbert it is. And I will also put him as orange. People in the chat are approving of Malchik's name. We'll do Sherbert kind of orangey, bright orange, so that people can see him coming. Now it's hard to see their colors. It's even though I do change their colors, it doesn't show up very well. But I don't really know what else to do about that. So, okay, now we are ready to go out on our next mission. Let's head over. Sherbert, that's so cute. So we have Sherbert and Froggy. And we'll keep... Oh, wait. What am I doing? We have a mission to go out on. That's what I'm doing.
Commander,
hello.
We've confirmed the position of the soldier being held captive by the Chosen. We now have an opportunity to launch a rescue operation.
I'm just wondering if I can scan for just 47 hours, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes missions will expire. I don't think this one does. And by I don't think, I mean I hope, because over here in the soldiers you can see that Dragonova is injured for 47 hours. So if we can just scan for 47 hours, get her back, then we can do this mission. Because this stealth mission, it's pretty important to have Elena along. She's very crucial for stealth missions. Okay, burning convoy.
Avenger plotting new course.
So I'm just hoping, I'm just waiting. What I'm looking for is this little thing to come up here. Aw, crap. Are you trying to, is it this one? Oh, throbbing misery. I don't want to do throbbing misery. I don't need any throbbing misery. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have this one expires in 21 hours, and this one doesn't really expire at all. So I guess we're going to go without, because I really want to show you this mission.
We finally got a lead on where the Chosen have been holding our soldier captive. It's time we get him out of there.
Yeah. The chat's in agreement with me.
Be aware, we'll be working with limited personnel for the next operation, Commander.
So, because I like to roleplay this game so much, we're going to actually take the soldiers who went through the Resistance Ring network to find Mox and reward them with being able to save him. So that was Nova, beautiful Nova, and Maisie. No, who was it again? Was it Maisie? No, it wasn't Maisie. It was Grodd's soldier. No, that is Maisie. I'm having a blank out. It was Malchik. There we go. Duh. You know, Joe, it sounds a lot like my honeymoon. Okay, so that was let's see here. Now we need somebody, and I think our top at this point we want to go with somebody who has really good movement and speed. That's this number right here, the running symbol, and that's probably going to be Renee. And she's a ranger already. And I don't think we want to take a rookie on this one. Okay, so it's Malchik, and hopefully Malchik and Nova are gonna become bond mates, which would be great. And then I don't like to take out Renee without her bond mate, but we have to. There's only 3 spots on this one, and we need some stealth. So she has 13 speed, 14 speed, and 12 speed. So we'll be able to kind of keep up with each other. I think we could use a med pack. So let's unequip the barracks to take the med cap off medikit off medcap. Medikit off of our other specialist and put it on. What's a med cap? And a grenade just for fun. Or we might want a flashbang instead. No, let's go for a grenade because we might need it to bust him out of the back wall. All right, Operation Searing Tears. These mission names are killing me. Night, Grodd.
Sky Ranger,
we're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
All right, let's begin this mission. Oh, Chocolate, I forgot to give you a soldier. You gotta speak up in chat and poke me. Because I've been promising you a soldier for the last 2 hours. Chocolate is
We've confirmed that the soldier taken captive during our previous operation is being held within a high-security Advent facility not far from your position. If we try to take them back by force, it won't be long before we're totally outnumbered by enemy reinforcements. Our best bet is to go in quietly, drawing as little attention as possible.
Did you say, Chocolate, that you wanted Nova? Or do you want to make your own? Chocolate is a patron, and she is traditionally very quiet in chat. So much so that I forget she's there, and then she'll pop up with something. Okay, so we have 3 people here. We're going to sneak in with our spark because, you know, nobody will ever see him coming. Never. Let's do this. Oh, you're going to make one? Okay, that's fine.
The latest intel has our operative being held in the main structure just ahead. We have the advantage of stealth here, so we should try to get in and out as quietly as possible. If the enemy spots us, this is going to get a whole lot harder.
So, this is... Sorry. I just put something in my mouth. Because I'm hungry. So this is our first opportunity for a stealth mission, and they're very fun. They're very fun. So we're going to, basically the goal is, because of stealth, not to get caught. So you can see that over here, and we've got a long way to go, so it's not going to be very interesting. It's mostly be us sneaking. I've learned that the trick is to go around the outside of the map. So that's what we're gonna do since we're stealthed, I'm just gonna move up. Let's see who. Right here. Renee will be our point guard, as it were. Renee will take point, and I love her nickname, Bane of the Chosen. That's so rockin'. Nova behind her. And the thing is to kind of just make double moves. Staying along the edge here. That's the action cam. Oh, don't come over. Oh, thank God. The whole thing was about to be totally ruined.
We have Firebrand on standby for evac, Commander, but as soon as she gets in range, the whole compound will go on high alert. We should hold back unless we have the target, or it's an absolute emergency.
So it's basically saying that we're at security level 1. The enemy is at ease. They don't know we're here. That's the way we want to keep it. We're just going to sneak around the edge here. Oh, so subtle. I lied. I think I'm going to have Mala take point because she can move faster than everybody else.
10-4.
That was like the least subtlest thing I've ever seen. Oh, that was so not subtle. Okay, so we need to move him out of, like, he's like way the frick over here in this other building. We're going to be here for a while.
Got it.
Bane of the chicken? By the way, sister, I hope you feel better soon. Sister has a migraine. So this part is not going to be very interesting. It's just us running along the edge and Nova trying very hard to be quiet. Shh. Shh. There's other ways that you can do this, but this is the way I have found, which is the least likely to get our butts killed. You know, it's just me. I'm going to go around to here because I don't want her to go over the fence. I want her to go around. And take Renee here. And take Nova here. Nova's lagging behind. Oh, look! I love this about the maps. Sometimes they're quite pretty, but over here on the right is some wonderful water. There's a lot of tension in doing these stealth missions. Look at that. Isn't that very pretty? Wow. I love when they have water on the map. Okay, so I'm going to have Renee just kind of do a blue move so she doesn't get too far ahead of everyone else. Not Renee,
Roger that.
And then we will double move
Bien compris.
our ranger, who ended up not being a ranger, and Nova, who everybody loves. Oh, are you going to go over top again? Ah, Nova. Mental note to self. Ixnay on Nova A on stealth mission A's. That's code so he won't know we're talking about him.
Confirmed. Quiet. Did you hear something?
Exactly, Joe. Was I stealthy? Okay, so we're coming up on our quarry. Mox is right back here. So I'm trying to think of how we're going to handle this. We could go around to the door here, but there's like a trooper right here we need to keep an eye on. So let's just position ourselves for now. move Nova here, and move Renee here. Bane of the chicken. Okay, so we have some options here. We could let's just sit here for a minute and watch what this guy does. Keep an eye on him.
Scanning.
I'm curious about this guy right here. Yeah, that's the one I was worried about. So we might have to wait a couple turns. And hopefully he will continue in the opposite direction. So, we have a grenade, but we'd have to make really sure that it took the wall out completely and it did not hurt Mox. And that's the hard part, is how to do it so that we can grab Mox out of there. Yeah. That is going to be interesting. Okay, so at this point, we just are going to do a little bit of waiting and reconnaissance.
On overwatch. Je reste en observation.
Okay, so he's going back, which is what I hoped he would do. He's got a patrol route. So he might go a little bit farther on this way, and that'll give us some time. So let's do one more overwatch. Mala looks around, peeks around the corner, making the sign for silence to her squad mates as she watches carefully.
Moving to overwatch.
And Nova tries not to breathe and then realizes that he doesn't breathe and tries not to stop breathing. Okay, so he's gone far out there, so he's probably coming up on the end of his patrol route. So at this point, I'm thinking that we need one person to blow the cover, blow the wall, one person to grab Mox, and one person for the aliens to shoot at. Nova realizes that the aliens shooting at him, that's kind of like his job. He's also got a rocket launcher. Oh, this might work. That uses up both turns, but that would absolutely certainly get... So the trick is to do it so you're just along the edge. Just here. Now the problem is that it's going to take out all of this too. Got to turn it around here to make sure that Mox is not highlighted. It's just on the edge there. I hate how they have poor Mox like under a table or whatever that is. He must have been tortured, little baby. The poor little guy. I think we should probably wait. I'm just... The problem with this rocket launcher is it blows out all this cover right here, which makes it difficult for us to, in one turn, go in and get Mox and get out. Since Mala is the specialist, the healer person, I think she is the one who feels, and she's got the most movement points in case we need to kind of run with him. She's gonna go here. She'll be out of range.
Getting it done.
And then I think just to make sure that we do complete and utter destruction, and that, because I have read, I have never tried it, but I've read that the grenade sometimes doesn't completely destroy the wall. So we're going to wait a turn so that she has her movement points back, so we don't blow this wall up and then they come running and we can't do anything about it. So one more turn. And I wonder if I could... I'm thinking about... I'm going to move Renee here so that she can kind of keep an eye down here, and she'll be still in range to help out. Sista's asking me if there's a side door. There is. There's actually one right here, and we could go around the front and just use our specialist to hack the door open, carry him out, you know, and like, because we'll be the Sky Ranger will come to wherever we place it, so we could like put the Sky Ranger right here. Do you understand? The reason I'm not doing that is because I want to blow something up. You know, that's it. I find that to be a perfectly acceptable reason. You know, I'm like, I could do it, that whole methodical go around, or we could just blow this mother. All right, let's do one more Overwatch to prepare for the next turn. Okay, so this guy's coming back in our direction, so if we're gonna move, we need to move now. Because he's about to squat us. I mean, spot us. So, I mean, he's really about to spot us now, but... Okay, so we want to position this just so we don't kill our dude. I really hope this doesn't hurt, Mox. It's all for the greater good. If we blow off his head, I'm going to be pissed, so... I will definitely reload if it accidentally kills him. Got him.
This position has been compromised.
You think? All right, so the enemies are now on guard. Isn't that funny? Hey, did you hear that, Frank? No, I didn't, Stan. But I think I heard a big boom boom. You sure, Stan? So now Malchik is going to come here.
I'm trusting you here.
I am trusting you too, because especially since I just put you through fire. Flippin' bleepity bleep me. What do you mean I gotta hack it? He's right there. There's a big open door. Why can't I grab him? Oh, this don't make me happy at all. I don't want to hack him. I want to get in here somehow. Oh, I can't. Oh, that didn't blow the wall out? Bite me. See, this is what I meant about people saying that you have to use a grenade and a... Uh-oh. They're amusing in chat. They amuse me. And now that I've moved her, I can't really... That there's like two walls, like an invisible wall and a... Okay, so let's actually just reload this. So we can... I want to see... the game automatically saves at the beginning of each turn if you do not have Iron Man on, which I strongly recommend you do not have on, particularly if you're using mods and if you're a beginning commander. So I think we might have to use a grenade and a because I want to see if we can do it this way. I think it is possible. I've read it. It's possible. And I read it on the internet. So it must be true, right? Okay. Plus, we're learning. This is how you learn. Okay, so, you're here. I wonder if you can from there. So I'm going to have to move you to here so that you'll have full cover and not to be likely to be seen directly by this guy here. I hope. And we're going to go frag grenade like this. Well, let's do the rocket launcher first. Making sure not to kill poor Mox. Boom. You okay there, Mox?
Concealment lost.
Okay, so there's Mox. And then let's see if the grenade works to make it so that we can get out with him. Or is that just going to blow up nothing? I'm just not sure here. I think that's probably just going to blow up nothing, because if it were going to blow up something, it would tell me. I wonder though if I could blow up this wall maybe, so that we could get in this way, or maybe this way. Maybe this is the play. So we'll go like this, blow up this wall so that we can waltz in.
Baissez la tête!
Mala's like, whoa! Now we can get him. See, it does take two. They were right. It takes one to blow up the wall and then one to blow up the furniture around him. And then you can get in.
If you say so.
You got this, Mala. So we're going to pick up the unit.
Just watch my back.
Oh, we're watching it, all right. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to call Sky Ranger. This is the fun thing. And we're going to get out of here, and they're never going to know what hit them. Put it like right there so that we can make sure everybody can get to it in one turn.
Can I get me back here?
Firebrand is in position and the compound is on full alert.
Oh, I'll bet they are. We are gone.
What's over there?
Mox, look at him. Mala saves Mox. Woo! I love it. We're gonna evac her right now because there's no need for her to sit there and take
VIP
hits.
secure and in position for evac.
So these two are in a little bit of trouble. A little bit. They're behind full cover. He doesn't need cover. And they can now take a couple of shots at us. He's gonna move up and take one at he's gonna overwatch. And reinforcements come in.
Reinforcements
Compound has
detected.
reached maximum alert status. They put out a distress signal and we're already picking up multiple inbound transports.
At this point, we're gonna overdrive to give him an extra action. He's going to take one shot at this guy here. He could also conceal, but can everybody conceal? Oh, they can. But he's so close that he'll just discover us again. Okay, he's got 3 moves, so let's see if we can't. A 35% chance is very low. However, all I want to do is break his Overwatch. That's all I want to do.
Uncontrolled variable in targeting sequence.
Okay. One more try. And then... Or I guess I could just conceal, but I think... Okay, what I'm going to do is... I love the music. It's all like... What I'm going to do is I'm going to conceal her, but I have a feeling that it's just going to... He's just going to notice her right away because she's right there. So I don't think it's going to work, but...
Je suis un fantôme.
See, that's what I thought. It's not going to work. She's everywhere she moves. He'll just see her. So we're going to do one more attempt to break his Overwatch for our companion. And I'm also actually going to conceal him too. It's a free action. This green around tells me it's a free action, so it won't use up one of his turns. We were very lucky. That sit rep doesn't happen on every extraction mission. We're going to I was hoping the conceal might give me like an aim bonus, but it didn't. We'll try one more time, and then if we can't break it, then Nova's gonna have to eat the heat. Nova eats the heat. Oh!
Terminated. Position compromised. Required.
Did you see that? That was a 20% chance to hit. That's like practically 0 in the world of XCOM. I can't believe he did that.
Movement request confirmed.
If one of you guys doesn't take him as a soldier, I'm taking him. Because he's awesome. All right, we are out of here. Mox is in the Avenger. Mala is waving. Come on, come on. And we fly out of here with turrets shooting at us.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
Everything by the numbers. Mission accomplished.
I suppose after having allowed them to be captured, the least you could do is mount a rescue attempt.
Right out from under your nose, you... Blah, 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 blah. I can't say it because it's a family-friendly channel. So, this is our first flawless mission. We completed the mission. And no injuries, no killed soldiers. So, this is the mod called Flawless, which gives you a little something, just a little something for having a flawless mission. It's just like an extra pat on the back. I love this mod. And so we got 2 bonus ability points and a hazmat vest. I'll show you that. It's pretty fun. Nearby, a resistance truck was disabled due to an earlier attack by Advent. Our soldiers quickly repaired the vehicle. An appreciation, the driver gave us 1 hazmat vest, and we also have 2 bonus ability points. Yes. We even killed an enemy. That's amazing. So we're taking a picture of this. That was fantastic. Oh, look at this. Fighting for our freedom. Don't let them fight alone. Absolutely. Nova. I love you, Nova. You're so awesome. Flawless. Yeah. That was cool. Doesn't it make you feel better after you have like...
Again, I urge all citizens to remain calm. Though XCOM radicals did manage to release a handful of detainees from our detention center, there is no cause for alarm. For your protection, security patrols have been doubled and curfew extended. Rest assured, they will be found.
So because of us, everybody has to go to bed early.
It wasn't easy, but Mox has been safely returned, Commander. He's eager to get back into the fight.
Joe, you're funny. All right, so that was beautifully done, and I'm really hoping that these 2 will end up, oh, very low. But let's keep taking them out, and they'll hopefully bond up. It'll take a while.
I am glad to return to your service, Commander. I will not forget what you and your soldiers have done for me.
That brings Pray Tell Mox into our squad and introduces the stealth mission mechanic of War of the Chosen. That also means that one of you can go in and have Mox for your own.
Efficiently executed and no casualties. You can lead the Reapers any day, Commander. Well done.
You can change the way Mox looks if you'd like. I don't want to change him so that he doesn't look like Mox. I'm not going to change him to female. He'll be one of the ones that stay male because it's Mox, and I love Mox. That's my reason for that. Because I love Moxie Baby, but I will tell you something. I do like to take off of his helmet.
We're picking up an unsecured transmission from some clown calling himself Van Dorn.
Because he looks great.
Doesn't sound like the kind of recruit we're looking for.
Moxie Baby. I just like that that ball cap. It's just like he's taken on his XCOM status, and like somebody said, hey, you look great in this old ball cap, Mox. You can take mine. And he's like, sure. He doesn't have to wear a helmet anymore. He's got more protection. I just like it. All right, so Mox is back, and we will begin to use him on missions. And I think I have energy for one more mission. How are you guys doing? How long have we been streaming? I think maybe... Woo, 4 hours. My.
This is the headquarters of the Skirmisher faction. They may look like Advent, but they sure don't act like it. Now that we've established contact, we can scan at this location to gain additional support for our cause.
You know them as they were, the soldiers of Advent. Now they are free to choose. If you stay your course, Commander, they will stand with you until the end. Commander, I believe it is time that we meet. I am Betos, first of the freed Advent. You are safe here. Praetor Mox was new to our cause, but he believed in our people's freedom, in this alliance, in you, Commander. I shall do the same. My skirmishers stand ready, should you need them. May our people stand united until the false gods fall.
Alright, so, hey baby. It's not time for snack. You've got a while to go before snack time. You might be able to see the tip of a little kitty here. There we go. Come here, baby boy. Meow. There's his tail. I don't know if you can see that. And he wants his snack, but he's like an hour ahead of time. So, this is introducing the second faction of the War of the Chosen, which is the Skirmishers. And this is going to be harder. You're going to have to be a pretty diehard Next Generation fan. But if you know, don't mention it. But if you don't know and want to take a guess at who that was, it is a Star Trek character. I'll say that. So, new faction orders granted.
We are ready for more orders, Commander. We only await your choice.
This is good. This will add extra shredding. I will show you in the next mission, because we'll start to see more of them, about armor and defense. Ooh, the black market plays a 20% supply premium for goods. We haven't yet met the black market. We haven't seen it yet, but we will soon. That's a good one. I use the black market quite a lot. So we also have a guerrilla ops that we can do. And so let's just go ahead and do that right now.
There is no shame in admitting my admiration for your resolve in the face of insurmountable odds. I was born of battle, of a desire to face my enemies in combat and surrender to no one. In you, I see a shadow of my own creation.
So just for fun, I'm going to quickly change out to just Jessa. And I'm going to see if I can get his little cute self on camera, because he's trying to get my attention. So he does this thing where he rubs himself and he puts his head upside down on his blanket. So I'm going to move this a little bit. Let's go here. There we go. Sorry about the tilting. I'm trying to do it in a way that doesn't... There he is. So you see, he's looking at me like, Mommy? Oh, Mother. Oh, Mother, dear. And you get to see the rest of the office. As you can see, it's very small. Oh, Mother, do you still love me? Because somehow, he goes into, like, he's an English orphan or something like that. Like, he gets all poverty-stricken and stuff. Okay, let's go back to the game. Kitty break. And we're going to go out and we're going to take care of some throbbing misery. I could not have named that any better if I'd tried. Okay, so I like to reward those people that are here in chat. So I'm going to be taking out those people. Sister's going. Joe is going. Mox is going. And Grodd. Malchuk just went out, so I'll take Grodd because I don't... Is Grodd still here? No, Grodd went to bed. So it's going to be either Nova or Malchuk. Let's see. Actually, let me just see the... Because it's good to take a certain layout, a blend. We need to destroy the alien relay. So we have a specialist, a grenadier, a hero class. So we could really use... Joe and Moxie kissing in a tree. So we could really use I think we'll I don't like to take Nova out without Malchuk, but I might have to. So, you know, because you're here in chat, your soldier goes out more. Your soldier raises up in levels faster. And it's... You get to be top of the class quicker. So... Hold on one second. I have to restart my tablet, and it's going to take a minute. I'm just trying to think of who else it should be. Let me pull your chat up here. So, there we go. So, I'm really thinking it should probably be Nova. He's the one who has, he can take some damage. He can do a good amount of damage. It's kind of an odd mix, but there it is. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to do. So let's unequip the barracks. And let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm having a quick brain fart. Joe, you're just gonna take those 2 grenades. Mox can take a grenade, but perhaps I think I'll have him take the flashbang. We haven't had a oh no, we did use the flashbang one time on the resistance mission. Yeah. All right, there we go. So yeah, I think that's, I mean, I don't think we still are so slow in this particular series for getting any upgrades. We haven't found any upgrades. It's like the 4th or 5th mission. I've never had a mission, a campaign go like that.
Sky Ranger
Menace, ready to deploy.
Menace, ready to deploy. All right. So, let's begin the mission, Operation Throbbing Mystery. I mean, Misery. I wish it were a mystery, but it's not. Come on, Bradford. You can do it. So now you know a little... wait, here we go.
Signal triangulation is locked in the location of a hidden alien communications relay uploading data to the Advent network in this area. Disrupting the aliens' progress is our highest priority, so we're moving to destroy the relay before they complete the transfer. Terminate any hostile forces operating in the area. Secure the site and destroy that relay.
This is cool because this is a small town map and I really like these maps.
Menace 1-5, the communications relay is up ahead. Move in and destroy the target.
So it amuses me that they put a relay in like somebody's living room. Like, you know, it's just like, I'm like, is this like the Advent officers, like where they live, you know, on the off duties or something? It's just a strange place to put a relay. Okay. So these maps are pretty interesting. You usually have some really nice high ground, but on the roof edge, so there's not a lot of cover. And that's the same here. There's usually some sort of decrepit playground. And fun fact, you can actually go up the slide. You can actually go up the slide like that. You can see. So that's always fun. I think since we don't have our normal scout, we have a hero class, we have a grenadier, we have our spark who is as stealthy as an avalanche, so we'll have Nerd Sister do the honors.
That's affirmative.
Unfortunately, they did not put the slide down animation in. And because we haven't really got a good reconnaissance unit in our Ranger class or in our Reaper class, we're just going to have to tuck in together.
As you command.
I do believe that Nova provides cover for other units, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm just going to put him here. And I'm going to tuck Joe in here. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. I lied. Okay, so since we have to head in this direction, I'll just put Joe right here because I can't see any other place to really put her.
Will do.
And let's just see where the enemies are moving and how.
Affirmative.
You point, I shoot.
I
like this approach.
All right, so we have a stun lancer and our first priest. Priests are mind control units. They're a pain if you cannot take care of them. Okay, so we can engage on them if we can find good positioning. Mox could draw the priest in. I'm going to move Mox to full cover here.
I go as ordered.
Mox, as a skirmisher, is best in up-front combat. So, up close, I mean. So, we can grapple, but there's really no place to grapple to that would be of any use to us. We can also use Justice. Justice will pull the enemy towards us, and Mox will do a rip jack strike. If he pulls the enemy will probably end up right on this tile, meaning he'll be exposed and easy for us to pick off. So let's open up with that. I don't see any reason why not. Yeah, I thought Nova should count it as cover too, Joe, and I thought then I thought, well, maybe it's an advanced, like maybe we have to level him up a little bit more. Because I know that happens. It might be a skill that we haven't yet earned.
Accept your fate.
A 94% chance is pretty good. So, oh, he pulled him on the other side, though. That wasn't helpful. But that priest is now, can be flanked on the other side. The stun lancer's going to make a run for it.
Has begun deploying their so-called priests into combat. Their implants provide significant enhancements to whatever latent psionic energy they may have once possessed.
So Joe can move. Joe cannot get any. Being a grenadier, she cannot move far enough to get Can you get a... We are just out of the range of the stun lancer, which is of course how he likes it. I'm thinking we should move here with Sister, who will have pretty much a point-blank shot and a flank. Now, I remember when the game was first released that this did not count as a flank. You had to be here, which people thought was ridiculous, so they patched that out. So I've told you that flanks are from where their cover is and behind. That is true. However, right next to them, square to square, also counts as a flank.
Tired of waiting around.
88% is not great, but it's the best we're gonna get. It's enough.
Who's keeping score?
I am. So, Sister is awesome, and that's pretty much all we really need to know. That's all we need to know, is that Sister rocks. And at this point, we are going to be unable to get a flank on him. However, we can get fairly close. The closer, the better. Well, in a way. Now, remember what I told you about revealing the enemy too far. We don't want to reveal the enemy. So if we move to, say, here, it'd be a pretty good chance we'd reveal something that we have to deal with. We know that if we move along this axis, we won't reveal anything. We don't know about here, we don't know about here, and any farther forward. So we're taking a chance. I'm going to try and mitigate that chance a little bit by putting myself to here, partly to draw the fire of this stun lancer. Most stun lancers tend to stun, but
I will comply.
We'll try and kind of entice him out with the Nova. And we could use a rocket launcher, but it's overkill. Let's see if we can do it just by regular old shooting. And 4 damage is beautiful. So that leaves Joe, who can move here for some good cover, but she'd be pretty far back. Let's take a look at Joe's aim. Her aim is 57. It's really not great. I think it might be better to move her closer. Target, now I was just thinking, this is why target preview is so important. I was thinking, would this wall block her line of sight? Sometimes a wall can do that. Target preview shows me that she can still see him. So it's really important. So I'm going to move her here. She's not going to have a great shot. But I want to save the grenades for the tougher enemies. There's usually 3 pods. I could use a grenade if I absolutely needed him to be dead. But I don't really, I'm willing to, well, actually, you know what? I lie. A 41% chance is so low that and the grenadier goes through so much ammo that it might be better to just grenade him.
This is the part of the job that I love.
I don't like to use grenades on one little enemy, but you know, that's, I mean, I have to keep reminding myself that's what they're there for. And that means Samantha. I love her name. But that means that Joe has gained an ability point. And that's excellent. Love that. So, that leaves us ready to just regroup here. I'm going to overwatch everybody. Meaning that everybody will reload if necessary.
Ever vigilant.
And we're just going to listen. At this point, I'm going to move Mox up. Actually, who did I have being point? I had Adeluna being point. She can only get up. She can get some full cover here.
Let's do this.
We have company. Oh, this is too wonderful. We have got to find a way to make use of this. They have just gathered around a car. And cars go boom. Boom! So, I think we should encourage this car to go boom. What say ye? We shall do it. I'd love to have Joe do it, but she's pretty far back. So I'm going to actually turn the screen. To here.
Moving.
We might be able to pretty much kill these guys with just 2 soldiers. We'll see. No, I don't want to do overdrive. I want to do rocket launcher. Okay. So the rocket launcher is great. If we're lucky, we can get everybody, each of them in here. Because we want them both to be at the party. There we go. This in XCOM is called a beautiful sight. Well, there's that. Sister looks over at Nova like okay then. So at this point, let's bring everybody else up.
I move.
That was beautiful and doesn't happen very often, so when it does, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm going to double move Joe up to give her a chance to catch up with the rest of the group.
Let's try to keep it moving.
It's safe
We don't want to be out here any longer than necessary.
I love that voice. It's safe to move her here because along this axis, she's not moving any closer than Nova, so she won't wake anything up. And it went boom.
Affirmative. Covering now.
That was just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. You play XCOM for, and you have those moments few and far between, but when they happen, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. That also means that this car is safe to use for cover, and it's full cover.
Let's move already.
Okay, so Sister is trying to get a look-see. I'm going to move Nova 1 square closer, just 1.
Movement engaged.
Okay, so let's take a moment and talk about armor. This pip here, yellow pip, represents their armor. The way it works is that, and I'm going to take a moment for a drink here. The way it works is that when we shoot, if this were an enemy, for example, and we shot at him aiming to do 5 damage, and we hit him for 5 damage, the armor automatically removes 1 point of damage. There can be numerous pips here, and in some of the higher level enemies, you'll see 4 or 5 pips. With Nova, because we want people to shoot at him, any opportunity I can to get his health up, any opportunity I can to get his armor up, I'm going to take that opportunity to make him harder to take down on the battlefield. we're going to start running into shield bearers, and shield bearers increase... I'll just talk about shield bearers when we run into them. So that's basically armor. That's very simple. Grenadiers are good for shredding armor. There are different things that we can do to negate that armor. For everything that we run into in XCOM, there is a counter for it. So they have lots of armor. We have a high-level grenadier who can shred armor like nobody's business. Things like that. So, so let's see. Let's continue moving up here. I really wish that Nova provided cover, but we'll get that as soon as we can. Oh, good. I'm glad, Mulchik. How are you feeling in the chat room? How are you guys feeling about... Excuse me. That's what happens when you eat, when you're live streaming. How do you guys feel about this? This would be a risky move because it would take us way beyond the access that we have not yet traversed, and could bring something to light that's right here. So, and it's the last move of it's the last soldier we're moving, so we would all only have two other soldiers, you know, to respawn, so it's a bad move. So I'm gonna actually just move to here.
I go as ordered.
I'd prefer Mox to be closer, to be absolutely honest. So even though this has a high chance of being flanked by anything right there, we can't see anything right now. And in fact, I'll do it on this side to be safe, because on this side, all it takes to reveal a pod is 1 square. Good. So I want to make sure that you guys, you know, feel like you're learning. I want you over here. Stop bouncing around. Right there.
I will go.
So that tucks us all around the car, and we will just hang out here and overwatch.
On Overwatch. Sensors at maximum range.
So the game is telling us that the enemy is over here. Oh, that's just perfect. The game at times will randomly drop a reinforcement on you if they sense you're getting next to the objective. So we need to prepare for this, but you have 1 turn to position your soldiers to best be able to take care of this. So we want full cover, absolutely. I'm gonna move Joe. I'm not sure yet. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move Nova. Now this is tricky. If I move Nova too far ahead and wake up what's back here, we have this coming and a pod. So we don't want to get all super excited about this. We just want to move him a little bit ahead, taking a risk at any point. But sometimes you got to take a little bit of risk, you know. I think actually I'll move Mox right here.
Moving.
Okay, so that tells me that I can move Nova to at least right there. I'm going to take a chance on 1 more square and move Nova to, say, like here, just to be safe. I'm trying not to wake that up. If you do, you do. You have to deal with it.
Scanning approach vector.
You try to make smart choices. Okay. So, sometimes, though, no matter how much you try to make the smart choice, it still backfires and you lose a soldier. I mean, that's the fun of the game. I mean, fun. So, so we're going to go over here to... I'm going to move Joe here.
Fine.
And after they drop Joe is when we'll consider grenading them. But if I put a grenade down now, nothing, of course, would happen. And then I'm going to move Nerd Sister to this side of the car because, believe it or not, being on this side might be all it takes to not be able to easily see. I don't want to gather too much around this car. It hasn't exploded yet, and it's not full cover.
Here I come.
Now that we're all in place, we will overwatch and hopefully be able to take care of this.
Overwatch mode active.
There's usually three enemies in a car. Yes, once they dropped. If we're lucky, we'll kill them all. 3 troopers, not too hard to deal with.
You see that?
Your hostile threat destroyed.
All right, so we managed to kill 2 of those guys, no problem. The third one, definitely not a problem. So we're gonna, well, at least definitely, we hope not. We're gonna justice him and pull him towards us. We have a 74% chance.
Face justice. Drop it. We triumph.
So the reason, Joe, that I was not really thinking about using the grenade is because they'll drop right here and then they spread out in a way that it's hard to get all 3 of them in a grenade. So it's better to take them down with Overwatch so that you can just in one fell swoop. So you see why I was thinking that now. Okay, so because we have a couple moves here, I'm just going to do another Overwatch. Let everybody get full, you know.
Come get some.
Reload, get full movement points back, that kind of stuff.
Don't worry.
I've got your back. In progress. Setting Overwatch.
All right, so now we will move up, going in this direction because that's where we heard the tiny little footsteps of enemies. I don't like this cover, but what are you gonna do? We have to
Finally. Objective here.
Perfect.
Commander, we have a positive ID on the alien relay.
So we have to kill this relay. And if we could, now that she has seen the objective, the rest of us can now perhaps do something, like we can, target preview will show us the objective if we can see it. So I think, or not, she can see it. So let's take a shot at it, because one of the things is that you cannot miss, what are they called? Objectives. Sometimes you have to kill things like this. A target, like not turrets, but things that are just benign, I guess you'd say, on the landscape. Those things, if you shoot at them, you can't miss. So she's done 3 damage to that, and I think we'll move Joe up here. And Joe should be able to finish this off. Look at her face. So that reason.
Menace 1-5, we've confirmed destruction of the relay. The alien transmission is down. Eliminate any remaining hostiles and move to evac.
Okay. So at this point, these 2 have taken their turns, so we want to do another Overwatch. Slow and steady wins the race. Exactly. Yeah, beacons. I was thinking that there's other mission types in which we'll have like beacons around that we have to shoot in order to extend the timer. Those things you can't really miss. I don't know what they're called, but something like that. Anyway, so at this point, we're just going to relax a little bit. We know that there's one more pod. There's generally, and I remember I told you this really helped me when I finally learned this. I learned it from watching someone else. There's generally someone up, there's generally, for us at our level, at the level of veteran, and where you'd be playing at the level of, the lowest level, I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, there's generally 3 pods. There's one pod patrolling kind of around where you drop. We saw that pod. They came in this way this time. There's one pod patrolling between you and the objective up here, around the objective, whatever it is. There's usually a pod behind the objective. So I got murderated a couple times by thinking, yay, we're done. Or I bet they're over here or whatnot. I now know enough to know, as well as the game telling us, giving us a kind of clue with that hearing symbol, noise symbol, that they're over here and they're probably behind the house. I also know XCOM well enough to know that now that we've gotten the objective, they're going to start to patrol in our direction. That's just how the developers want it. They don't want you to have to do what I did with that sectoid and chase them all around the map. So they'll make the pod start patrolling towards us. So our best option would be to do an overwatch at this point, and they'll probably patrol into us.
Reloading.
Otherwise, we'll move forward slowly. Otherwise, which they didn't. So at this point, we will move forward slowly. We want to move Sister. She's our point person on this mission forward. There's some really nice cover right here. So I'm going to move her to say like, say maybe here. Hoping she can shoot over this half cover if she sees anything.
Let's move already.
She does not. So at this point, we just keep moving people forward until we find them.
What's up?
And yeah, and they won't, even that big boom explosion doesn't wake up a pod. You would think it would, Joe, but it's good that it doesn't. Because if it did, then that would mean every pod would try and confront you at once, and that would be too much. It wouldn't be. So you have to have a little bit of a suspension of disbelief. I just kind of imagine that the pod is over there having a smoke break and they're just not paying any attention. That's the only way you can do it. We're going to gather everybody up close here. Mox on this corner. And Mox finally finds them. So as you can see, like I said, they're behind the objective. So this is a problem though, because Mox is now flanked, and that's not good. He can't use Justice again for 3 turns. And that's another reason why, after I take care of a pod, and it's time for a hauls because I've been talking for so long. After I take care of a pod, I usually will do at least a round or 2 of Overwatch, because I want my chance for my abilities to replenish. Okay. So I think now is time for an overdrive. This is the last pod, probably. The overdrive, if you remember, overrides XCOM 2's core rule, which is that every unit gets 2 turns. Overdrive is an ability which gives him 3 turns. So we can take a blue move now and then shoot twice. It's important for me to get to a place where I can actually see him. So I'm going to go here because target preview is seeing me that I have sight here, but here I don't. And here I only have on 1. Over here, there's a nicely flanked trooper.
Advancing.
So let's take advantage of that. An 80% on this flanked trooper is beautiful, so let's do it. Woo!
Threat eliminated.
He critted, did you see that? And he has the opportunity to shoot on the sectoid. The chances would be very low. It would probably be smarter to overwatch. Mox is still... Mox has the flashbang grenade, but that's not going to do us any good, because if I throw it, the sectoid will be forced to shoot because he can't use any of his mind abilities. And he's behind this full cover. And you might be thinking, well, let's get Joe in there with her grenades. Well, let's, absolutely. However, grenades, I was just gonna say grenades only go so far. They go far enough. Let's cause this guy some pain. So, this is time for a little lesson about cover again. and why grenadiers are so important to your play. When an enemy takes full cover, you can either try and move behind their cover, but that's often risky because you're moving forward and you can reveal another pod. A lot of times grenadiers are great for removing cover. They shred armor and they remove cover. Now, Mox is flanked. However, the sectoid is too. So, she's not going to have anything back here. So, to be honest, now that I think about it, that was kind of a wasted move. Because Mox can't shoot him. Mox can grapple, but that really wouldn't do me any good because I couldn't see him, you know, from up here. And the sectoid is flanked, and we removed his cover. If I were the sectoid, I'd probably, like, you know, move forward to here or something, or, you know, get some cover, like, you know, move to, like, I'd probably, you know, if I were that sectoid, I'd move to right there and shoot Mox in the butt. So removing that cover did some damage, and that's great. So we did, you know, it wasn't really a mistake, but it would have been better to do it if I had follow-up. I'm gonna give you guys a little pop quiz. What are the 3 most important words of a commander that a commander says? I told you about this several times last week. And if you get it, there's an internet cookie, and if you don't get it, don't worry. So I'm going to move Mox to here behind full cover. Because I've pretty much got... Ah, sister! Sister got it. Sister got it. So, Nova is in a position where, unfortunately, which is kind of stupid, he can't see this sectoid, which is really dumb. So we'll just overwatch on him. We've got to move you. So we're going to move you to full cover.
Here I come.
And good job, sister. Everybody a round of applause for sister. So sister guessed correctly. She said, and then what? And I did not think about and then what. I blow this up and then what? Like, if it doesn't kill him, he'll be, this is exactly what happened. He'll be standing here in the open and Mox is still flanked and didn't really gain anything by it, you know? Hello, Mothering. Oh, Mothering's giving a clap. She's been here the whole time. Mothering's another one who's quiet, so every time she says something, I welcome her back. And she never left. She's like, I've been here the whole time. I'm like, oh, okay. Hi! Hi, Mothering. So let's overwatch our wonderful Nova, because that sectoid's got to move.
Engaging Overwatch.
Okay, that was useless. But look what he did. He did exactly what I thought he would do. He moved to the... Didn't he move? It's the only smart move. So he moved and he used one of his abilities. So if you want to know what the sectoid can do, remember pressing the F1 key is so important. He can do a mate... Oh, that's the Psy Zombie. I don't want the Psy Zombie. Let's find the sectoid. There we go. So the sectoid has a mind spin. He can basically mentally control us. Or he can do psi reanimation. Raise a dead soldier, civilian, or advent soldier as a psionic zombie. Over here, this is cool to note. He is vulnerable to melee. Swords, Mox's Ripjack Strike, for example. So, how's the best way to handle this? Well, don't ever really get afraid by the Psy Zombies, because they can't... Once the sectoid is dead, they can't do anything. So, it would be best if we could find a flank. This is not a flank. We could also bring Mox up to say here. We're just gonna ignore the zombie. And this is a flank. He still has 2 turns before he could use his Ripjack strike. So it's basically a matter of who do we want to level up. So you basically, there's some, like for example, in the when we get the Guerrilla Training Center, it gives us 5 soldiers when our first soldier reaches, I think, I don't remember what level, but it's not very far up. It's maybe the next level after 2 levels after Squatty. Anyway, the point is, there are times in which you want to get one soldier to move up the ranks as fast as possible so that you can get a benefit. Our most advanced soldier is Adeluna, I believe, on this mission. And yeah, and you can see that by the pips over here. Let me show you down here in the corner. You can see this. She has, I don't remember what this is, but Joe has 2 pips. That means she's a squatty, as does Mox. The Novas have their own method, so you can disregard that. But so I think I'm gonna try and get Nerd Sister to have this pill.
Let's do this.
So I can. So, all right, dang, dang girl. So I'm gonna have her take this. If I didn't feel I could take the sectoid out, or someone was gonna take some heat, I would not choose Nerd Sister because she's a specialist and she has other abilities that can protect us if we're in trouble, like Aid Protocol.
You can't handle me.
No, we can't. And the Psy zombie dies again.
All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Flawless. So you'll go for a while and you'll have a lot of flawless missions. You'll think, I'm great at this game, and then you have this devastating mission. The game keeps you humble. We get 47 intel, which is fantastic, and 3 bonus points. They'll come in so handy. Trust me, as many bonus points as you can get, you want to get them. Let's take that mission photo. Do you guys see why I'm laughing? Because who is up front here? I could not have planned this better if I ever. And what is the name of Sisters, right here, Sisters, Gremlin. That's perfect. We just got frog bombed. So I'm gonna lower the chat for a minute so that I can, nope, I don't want to do that. I want to go back, and I want to change this to let's make it even scarier. Froggy is coming for you. Yes, sirree, Bob. Let's get him so he's just like, I want to see if I can scroll in a little bit. Nope. Trying to remember how to scroll. Oh, there we go. Haha! That's perfect. Okay, Froggy is coming for you. That's awesome. Flawless. I could not have planned that better. I didn't even know there was a Froggy. I've never seen that before. And I've been playing XCOM since it came out.
20 years of peace and prosperity will not be undone by the reckless actions of a few misguided dissidents today. We stand with the elders. Trust in their wisdom, and we shall overcome this crisis.
Okay, so, by the way, welcome Geronimo Jackson to the chat, and welcome to the Jessa Channel. And, all right, Operation Throbbing Misery was neither a misery nor was it throbbing, except for Froggy. Froggy did throb a little bit, at the end there. Exactly, Malchek. Another successful mission.
Executed to the highest standards. Excellent work, Commander.
Thank you, Dr. Tigan. So do you guys feel like you are getting the hang of the game now from watching? I know you'll have to try it on your own, but is it starting to click in and make sense? Tell me how I could further advance your learning of the game and understanding of the game. Let me know in chat, please. Okay, let's do some promotions. Jo is our Grenadier. I'm going to give her Shredder so that her cannon attacks shred armor. And I brought that up because I wanted you guys to see how cool that was, how Shredder was, and how it could really help. Pray Tell Mox has total combat. He can throw a grenade and using an item no longer. Ooh, volatile mix too. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so I'm not going to choose this because good, I'm glad. And just, you know, I used to watch XCOM Let's Plays, but I couldn't understand why they were doing what they were doing. They would just make the moves so quickly. So by talking it through, you know, you get an idea so that when you go to play, you'll be so much farther ahead than I was. We're going to go for total combat. I just really like that one. But over here with reflex, it says, when fired upon, gain 1 action on the next turn. It's good, and I will end up taking it possibly, but I don't want Mox to get fired upon. You understand? So, you know, you want to avoid that. So, if I could somehow give him more armor, or maybe I would give him this, like give him a war suit, for example, which is something you can get later on in the game, gives you lots of armor. Send him out in the middle and have him be like a secondary backup to our Nova, for example. But we already have a tank, so I don't really want to make him a tank as well, too. So that uses up all of his ability points. You don't. Malchik is right, you don't. Oh, a little cutscene. Hey, buddy. That's because we've got our first level up on Nova. Yay! So, this will give us a point of, this is what I was telling you, that it's a skill. We're definitely taking this because you get a bonus point of armor, so important since we use him as a tank. And also, it allows him to be high cover to other squad mates. So essential for how I play. It adds 1 point of armor any standing adjacent. So the only difficulty I found is that it gives armor to, it says any squad mate standing adjacent. I found out the hard way that it also extends to the enemy. If the enemy is, if he walks right up to the enemy, they get a nice bunch of cover from him. So we don't do that. Stand 1 tile away. Yep. So now he is really coming into his own. He has overdrive now, and there's our Nova. Awesome. We have some priest corps, and yet again we have no mods for our guns. That's never happened before.
You have done an outstanding job leading the Resistance, Commander.
Over here we have a counter to dark event. We have some intel, and we generally have a very successful mission.